Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to another episode of More Than a Sport, Inspirational TV. I am your host, Abdul Rahim Laquan Orr Sr.
Good morning, I am your co-host, Ashley Claudio. I hope you guys had a great weekend this weekend, so we'll get right into it today. How was your weekend? How was the last 2 days on your end out there in Philly?
So you know what? So Friday, I finally got a chance to kind of just, like I told you guys, I was moving things out of the house, everything on Thursday. Friday, I finally got a chance to finish everything, and I realized that moving is really one of the most stressful things you can do in life, and it takes so much out of you. And I mean, it wore me out. I mean, I was just pooped and worn out on Friday afternoon, and I got up Saturday. I had a little bit of running around to do, but and Saturday was cold, so I didn't do anything Saturday. But yesterday, it was nasty out. I'm like, it's May and it's snowing. Like, what's going on?
40 degrees.
Talking about, like, damn, where the sun at? But I got out, yesterday, and the summer's out. It was really nice yesterday, so I got out, drove, got some sun, riding around, and just kind of enjoyed the Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, especially you, Ashley. Happy Mother's Day. I know I texted you yesterday.
Thank you.
But I want to tell all the moms, Happy Mother's Day to you guys. It was you guys' day, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. But that was it. I caught my grandmother, who I don't speak to as much as I should, and I need to start calling her like every day. But I called her, talked to my grandmother yesterday, and that was just the highlight of my day.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's like, I be so upset with myself, and I don't initiate and call her like I'm supposed to, and it wears and tears on me. And when I speak to her, she just warms my heart. And I miss her. She said, "Baby, when you coming down to see me?" I said, "Grandma, I'm coming this month. I don't care. I'm coming this month. I'm coming home this month. So I'll be in South Carolina at the end of this month. I've started planning for that already. So that was my week. And how was yours?
My weekend was good. I mean, like you said, Saturday it was cold, right? It was like flurry snows. My mother told me it was gonna snow this weekend, but I was like,
yeah, right.
But then when I saw the flurries, I mean, it wasn't sticking, but it was definitely in the air. Like the wind was blowing. It was like the flurries flying around, and I was like, this is kind of silly.
It's real.
But I mean, so I just in the house, regular chores, and just did what I did around my home just to keep it nice and homey. And Sunday, Mother's Day, I just relaxed. I didn't do much this weekend, just stayed in the house, and I enjoyed it though. Just shout out to all the moms, shout out to all the viewers that have supported us, that are moms, especially the working moms out there. Happy Mother's Day to you all. I hope you guys enjoyed your day as much as I did. So yeah, it was good though. No complaints. I loved it. I loved the weekend. So I'm ready to get. I'm glad to be back though. I'm glad to be back up here recording our next show. So,
today,
we have a great show in tune for you guys. So make sure you stay and watch.
Yes, so today we're shooting episode 21, which is, listen, we're growing, we're moving up. People are the viewers are starting to grow, and people are starting to really get some feedback. And if you guys like the show, if you guys want to comment on your last 2 days, leave a comment below, guys, so that we can read the comments, we can respond to you guys, and just kind of go back and forth. Just let us know, let us know how you guys are feeling, and to help us to constantly, keep tweaking our content so that we're giving content that you guys want to hear, and that you guys enjoy waking up in the morning and listening to us,
Yes, and your support is always appreciated, so thank you guys.
Always appreciate it.
You know what that means?
You know what that bell means.
Yep. Time for our main topic, which is today we're going to be discussing following your dreams.
Mm-hmm. So when somebody say follow your dreams, Ash, initially what comes to your head?
Just like knowing what desires you, right? Everybody has like a talent that they have, like, or just everyone has a purpose and a unique talent that can just drive you to achieve that purpose, right? So being able to understand what your niche is to be able to go for it naturally.
Right. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
What
And
about you?
to me, following your dreams means like fantasizing about a plan, right, for your life. And initially, it begins with a thought or a dream, in your head,
Yeah.
right? But what you've done is you created a process or a plan, what I'm saying, to achieve what it is that you're setting out to go and work towards. One of the most important things about following your dreams is developing the characteristic, and make sure this characteristic always shines, is courage. We spoke about courage on episode 12, and if you guys have not seen the episode about courage, guys, please go back and watch. You can find it here on Facebook, and you can find our episodes on YouTube. But I feel courage is one of the most important things when following your dream, because the littlest thing tends to discourage us. One little bump in the road, the first thing we think is, oh man, this ain't for me. We begin to, get down on ourselves. We begin to get hard on ourselves, and then we find reasons to blame ourselves at times as to why things are not going the way that we want them to go.
To the why me.
Yeah, the why me, So rather than really going through the why me thing, just understand that, follow your dreams is going to challenge you, right? It's going to challenge you to be courageous, to be a courageous and outgoing person. Yes. Some of the things, some of the things that you're going to endure while pursuing, following your dreams, and another characteristic that you're going to have to display is you're going to have to be able to persevere. Because there's going to be bumps in the road, right? And every time you run into a bump in that road, just know that's a learning point. Don't take it as, oh my God, why me, right? Keep that courage and understand, listen, this is something for me to learn from, right?
Yes.
And once you understand that, and once you take on that mindset that I have to persevere through this, and that this incident, what's going on, that you can't see past at that moment, is something that's going to help me to grow. So something that's going to help me.
Yeah, it's just like, I think it was our episode of Making a Good Decision where we said, like, in the process of you making that decision, you have to reevaluate it and then just adjust
Yes.
to the circumstances. So it goes hand in hand, right? So when you have that dream in mind and you're going towards it and you do hit a bump in the road, just adjust. That's right. Just adjust to it and just keep making it happen. Don't allow it to hinder what you have in your path.
Right. And just keep persevering through. And another characteristic in skill that we're going to need is learning to overcome adversity. All those things that's going to be those bumps in the road while you're trying to persevere through. All those are just adverse moments. And those adverse moments is going to help to build our character. It's going to help us to understand why I persevered, because once you overcome that adverse moment, it's only going to make you a better person.
Don't let it break you. Let it make you.
At all. And when you reflect back on, right, when it's time to reflect back on, like when you got to that point when you feel like you're at the point of achieving something, and you reflect back on those adverse moments and how you persevered, it's going to propel you or continue to motivate you to continue to follow in your dream if you have not successfully completed that particular dream. And it's going to motivate you to continue to go on to what's my next thing I want to dream about? What's the next big thing in my life?
You have to allow it to motivate you though, right?
Yes.
You have to allow it to motivate you, because you can either you could do two things. You could either allow it to motivate you, or you could allow it to discourage you. What's going to make you feel better at the end of the day, right? Like, you're going to go down the path of saying, oh man, you know what, it's not worth it. Or you're going to go down the path to say, you know what, this shows me that it's so worth it. There's a little bit more that I have to do to just reach over that little hill of whatever's in the way, right? Just push it out the way, jump over it, do whatever you got to do to get over that hurdle, to be able to keep going and not stop whatever it is that you have coming towards you at that moment.
Yeah. I remember back when I was, I talk about football, my career in football. And I remember back when I was at, when my character was being tested, when I had to persevere through some things, and when adversity was just constantly just boom, 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 boom. And this is back when I was in college, and, I'm really trying to get back on the football field because I have a dream. I have something in my mind. Like I need to make it to the NFL because I have to feed my daughter. So it's like I had to change everything, right? You know, I had to rethink think how I want to get there. I had to become courageous and like, you know what, I'm gonna fight against myself and get out of my own way. And then I had to persevere.
Yes.
Like I had to retrain myself of getting back into the classroom and studying and all those other things. And every time I felt like I was getting ahead, something comes back to knock me 3-4 steps back, right? And the only thing I can say is that when those adverse moments kept knocking me down, they would knock me down, but it would knock me forward. So I wasn't falling backwards,
Right.
I was falling flat on my face. So I'm falling forward. So yeah, I failed, right? But I still grew. You know, if you could fathom that, and people that's listening to audience, if you guys could take that, you know, even though I failed, I fell forward. So even though like these moments was like causing like some like pause, I guess, in progress, I still was able to gain something out of it, you know, and it kept me motivated, just kept enough motivation in the tank for me to get back up and say, I got this, keep going. Now I just learned something, keep going. And that's one of the things that I had to pretty much understand, that I had to be willing to do, you know, to be willing to do things, especially when times, you know what I'm saying, are hard. Like I had to learn how to really overcome adversity.
Yeah,
I had to
and
learn
I
how
think
to persevere through.
and it's just so important to like appreciate those moments,
Yes.
right? You have to appreciate and give gratitude and be thankful for the hardships that come in as you're on your path to following your dreams. Because if we're not like thankful for what we have in front of us, you know, you never know what could happen tomorrow. You never
Right.
know what could come tomorrow from both ways. Tomorrow, could, you know, you could go 10 times, you can move 10 times steps, you can move 10 steps forward, you know, and be even more righteous, be even more great. But then you could also lose that and say, you know what, I'm just so like discouraged or upset that this isn't going the right way, like I keep falling. And then you just like end up getting those negative thoughts just eat you alive, and then everything could just be taken from you tomorrow too, right?
Yeah.
So you have to think, like, are you in the moment that you're in at that time? Are you just going to be grateful for what you have and what's in your path at that moment? Or are you just going to be like, you know, selfish towards it and say it's not enough? You know, everything that you have in the moment is just enough for you at that time. And it's up to you to keep going to achieve whatever it is that you want to come your way.
Right.
So
That was good. That was very good breakdown, Ash. And what are your typical thoughts or feelings on your dreams and, you know, stuff like that, and how you follow them?
Yeah, so I definitely like, you know, nobody has ever achieved a dream by just wishing on a star, or like, you know, back in like the fairy tale, dream is a wish your heart makes, you know, back in, you know, like, of course, all of that is true. But, you know, with that dream, you have to work. You know, nothing comes easy. That's like somebody saying, I wish I hit the lotto, but never go out and actually play the lotto.
The lottery.
Or somebody saying, oh, you got all the bricks and you want to build a house. Like, oh man, I wish I could turn this pile of bricks into a home. Well, start building. How are you going to make cement, right? It comes work comes with the process. You have to put in that work towards your dream. Nothing's ever going to be handed to you on a silver platter. You know, nothing's ever going to be given to you. You have to take it. You got to go out. You got to grab it. You got to take it. You have to be the achiever that's making everything happen for yourself and for that dream that you're putting your all into, you know, because nothing ever comes easy. And like I said, what desires you, right? I just always found it for myself, helping people is my niche. Helping people, or just like having like this, like I'm an introvert actually. I know it's a little odd because like I can seem like really out there, but I'm not an extrovert. So, but I have, like, it's natural for me to be able to have conversations with people. I'm a people person, right? I definitely had that natural niche to have deep conversations with people, to inspire them, to really motivate them, to connect with them. Like that's like just something about me that I know is my natural niche, and to be able to help people. So that's always been that's always encouraged me. And I've always found that any desire, any goal, or any dream that you have, when you can encourage somebody or you can help other people, it does motivate you more. right? And what are those self-motivations you have that are gonna make you not stop, right? Is it your family? Is it your home? Is it, you know, your mom, your dad, whatever it is that motivates you to wake up every day and get out of the bed? What is that motivation to you, right? Yourself, your inner self. What pushes you to become where you're at today? And how can that motivate you further to go towards following your dreams, right? So that to me has always been something, like being able to help other people or find that natural niche that pushes you to get it done, get the work done towards following your dream. You know, so what about you? Have you ever found what motivates you to keep it going, to keep your dreams coming your way?
You said it, family. You know, I just love to think I'm the world's greatest dad.
Yes, as you should.
I'm always like motivated. I'm always doing stuff. Like, that's why I rip and run a lot, because I'm always thinking. People are like, man, why you? Listen, I'm thinking about not tomorrow, but like 10 years from now, like how am I going to be able to financially do what I got to do for my children? So I rip and run today while I have the energy, because at some point, you know, age is going to naturally slow me down. You know, so I got to keep pushing. I got to keep going, because it's a dream that I have in mind that I want for my kids' future, right? And I have to keep following that dream. And sometimes that dream, the pursuit of that dream, it takes me on different courses. It takes me in different paths on life, right? But no matter what path I may veer off to for a little bit, I straighten right back up.
You always end up right back to.
You always end right back focused on what's the dream and what's the path and what's the course that you have to take. You know, but me being a dad, that's my biggest drive, you know. And now, honestly, now, like, my biggest drive is just to being like a faithful man. That's driving me right now, because back in my day, I was a cheater, you know. So now that I'm older, and now that I'm mature, and now that I understand the importance of like trust and never want to violate people's trust, like I take that serious. Like, and I don't just mean relationship like love wise, like even just friend, like brotherhood, brothership, sistership, just my colleagues, having a good relationship with them. You know, I want to make sure that I'm good, and that I'm never in a position where someone felt like I violated their trust in our relationship that we have built. So those are two things that really drive me every day, to just continuing to just pursuing this dream of just becoming this great individual, you know. And that's my ultimate goal in life, is to, I never can correct the past, but I can make every day going forward brighter than yesterday was. And every day I'm striving.
Absolutely.
You know, that's my dream.
And you know what else? You know what else that you have to be mindful of? You have to be mindful of the things that can stop you, right? And I know, like, I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy on our motivational TV. Like, that's not what I'm trying to do. But, you know, sometimes you have to think ahead and say, what can possibly stop me from, you know, while I'm on my path, to making the right decision, to following my dreams, to taking the necessary steps. And so one of the things that I know, you know, is that you start not believing in your dream. You know, the things you start thinking, you know, this is not meant, like, this is not my dream. This is not what I'm supposed to do. You know, like, and if I stop, maybe the people around me will be a little happier. You know, because then you start feeling like everything you're doing is becoming an inconvenience to the people around you, because you do have to work more. You do have to put your all in. Time is taken away, and it can affect the people around you. And that's one of the sacrifices that come into you following your dream and going so hard. But you can't allow that to stop you. You know, you can't allow that to say, oh, well, you know, it's going to be better. These people, I'm going to make everybody else happy if I just go down this way and just stop it. You can't do that, because at the end of the day, you're not making yourself happy. You have to be able to say, you know what, once I'm happy, they're going to be delightful. Like, they're just going to be so satisfied because I'm happy, because they're feeling it, because I'm fulfilling my dreams. And now they're going to even be urged to fulfill their dreams. So you just have to set the tone. Keep it going. And a lot of times people are going to be negative. And people are going to be like, oh, why are you putting so much effort into that? Don't waste your time. Do this instead of that. Or it's so much easier if you do it this way instead of that way. No. what
it's
you
your
say
dream.
goes. What
It's
you
your dream.
believe. Yes, your dream.
Right.
Like
It's
how
your
could
dream.
anybody else speak on you? You really have to stand up for yourself and think you can do it, because all that negative talk can make you say, you know what, I can't do this. I just can't. I don't know what I was thinking. No, don't think that way. That'll.
Yeah. You know, sometimes people's goal subliminally is to get you off your goal, to get you not to follow your dream because they feel like they missed out on theirs and that they can no longer put themselves in a position to pursue that dream. So their job becomes to knock you off your square, to get you off your route. You know, that course that was set for you, their job is to get you off that. And you have to be mindful of that. So that was very good that you brought the negative aspect of it up.
Yeah, like, isn't it? I think the woman, I don't know her name, I'm really bad at that, but the woman who like made the Harry Potter books, wasn't she like, correct me if I'm wrong, I could be so wrong, but I'm sure that this was her story. I believe, like, you know, she was like homeless, living in her car at like almost 50 years old or something like that. She had this idea and just wrote her first book. And now look at Harry Potter. They got a whole like park in Disney, you know? It's like you can't, I'm sure anybody would have said that you're not going to write this book and it's not going to blow up into this, right? And I'm pretty sure she didn't even expect everything to fall into place the way it had. Right. But she just had that one dream set in her mind, like, you know what, this is what I'm going to do. And she did it. And because she followed her dream, everything else just fell into place. And that's what happens, guys. That's what happens when you follow your dream. Everything else just falls in line. Just right into your lap. You don't even have to question what's next. Because as you follow your dream and you know you're going down the right path, everything's just gonna come your way, like instantly, naturally. It's just gonna happen because it's your dream, because it's your path. Like, this is what you're meant to do, and as long as you're doing what you were meant to do, things will just work in your favor, and you'll feel it happening. You know, so when you have that feeling, you're following your dreams, and you feel it coming your way, just keep going, because it's meant to be.
Allow that energy to flow. Allow that positive energy to constantly flow, and allow others with positive energy that you can feel and that's motivating. Allow that and use that as motivation, because everyone, like you said, people can't really give you too much advice on what your dream is and how and what's the course set for you to follow it. But at the same time, there can be some insight and some coaching if you kind of sway off to the right, to the left, that somebody can tell you to encourage you to get you right back centered, you know. And you got to be, like we just said, you got to be mindful that that information or those suggestions that the person's giving you is not something to knock you off course, but something to help you get refocused or even more focused on the course that you're taking, you know. So it's very important.
Yeah.
All those things.
And if people do come with negative stuff, and if people do come with negative stuff, in one ear, out the other. I mean, in one ear, out the other, and, you know, understand where they're coming from. When they are hitting you with those thoughts, understand, like, I mean, you don't have to say it to them, because then saying it to them is allowing your ego to get in the way and have them feel some type of way. And you don't want to do that either. Like, you don't want to hit the negative with more negative, because that's going to attack. But you definitely want to take heed and take in what they're saying and understand. I say to yourself, like, I get that their thoughts are this way because of what they've been through, and appreciate it. Understand. Take it as them being concerned and appreciate them for that. Be thankful for that and say, you know what, I appreciate what you're saying and thank you. And, you know, take it, but don't become it. Don't let it discourage you. You know, take it as, okay, I get it. I get what you're trying to say, and I'm learning from your lessons that you've had, because every experience is a lesson. So take their experience into consideration and say, you know what, you're right, but don't allow it to stop you, right?
Right. All right, Ash. That bell means it's time to transition again.
Time to transition.
Another wonderful show that we put together today for the audience. And now it's time for the most important part of the day is to kind of pay the bills and let the people know what's going on. So go ahead, take your shot. Let's go. Let's represent for the biggest of the biggest.
Yeah, so I just want to give a shout out to my PEP family. Happy Mother's Day, Erica.
Shout out Erica.
No, but definitely definitely follow us, Parents Engaging Parents on Facebook. Follow our Facebook page. Make sure you check out our website, parentsengagingparents.org. If you're interested in joining us on our virtual community check-ins every Friday and Wednesday evenings at 6 p.m., make sure you get in contact with us. Make sure you hit us up, engage with us. We really look forward to, just having deeper conversations with our audience and really getting in tune with everybody. So check us out.
Shout out to Parents Engaging
Shout
Parents.
out.
I was about to say PEP again, but every time I get to ready to say
PEP.
PEP, I hear Al like, "Rah, you better not say PEP. You better say Parents Engaging Parents." But shout out.
Engaging Parents.
Yes, and shout out to PEP, Parents Engaging Parents again. Shout out to More Than a Sport. Guys, you can follow us on More Than a Sport at Facebook, More Than a Sport on Instagram, on Twitter, the new More Than a Sport. On YouTube, guys, we have a channel on YouTube that we would love for you guys to go follow, subscribe, like the videos, and that is called, and the channel name is More Than a Sport. And then we also have a website, www.morethansport.com. Just to give you guys a heads up, the website will be going under reconstruction this week, so the website will be coming down for a little bit. It'll be inactive, but guys, it's going to be coming back up, and we're going to redesign the website, and we're going to put some new content on there and have everything from the inspirational TV show and all these other great things that we're doing. You guys are going to have access to that through the website. All right. And finally, I want to give a shout out to my partner down here in Philadelphia, Money Talks EDU. Shout out to my homegirl, Crystal Evans. If you guys have Crystal, if you guys have not bought the financial literacy book, Road to Riches, guys, you can find that book on Barnes and Noble. You can find the book on Amazon as well and Kindle. So guys, go out there, buy the book. It's a great book. And if you guys are looking to get in contact with us, you guys can always reach out to myself, Ashley, Claudio, Abdul Rahim Aquanor Sr. And we also have the More Than a Sport Inspirational TV Beloved Community. And if you guys are interested in taking this dialogue and things that we talk about and having further speaks and further engagement, please join the group or send us inbox us for an invite, and we'll send you an invite to the group, and we'll keep building and growing from there. All right.
Yes, definitely.
Well, guys, again, we thank you guys for another wonderful show and for tuning into us, guys. We hope that we continue to get your support. If you guys are looking to support us, we do have More Than Sport swag. We also have Parents Engaging Parents swag. So if you guys need t-shirts and want to help us support, guys, please reach out to us and let us know, and we will get that to you. All right.
Make sure you tune in on Wednesday too when we give our when we shout out our next Essential All-Star on Wednesday. And if you guys know anybody who you want to nominate to be our Essential All-Star, please reach out to us, because this is for anybody we all know, like the viewers, our supporters. This is for the people we know and we love that are out here working every day during these times. So definitely hit us up to nominate who you would like to be an Essential All-Star for our More Than a Sports on Wednesday.
That's right, guys. Hit us up. All right, guys. Ash, thank you again. Have a great day.
Thank you.
And all you guys out there, remember, guys, it's always more than a sport. Have a good one.
Yes. Thank you, guys.